What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever on the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic you choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topic as you specifically as you like, from sports, science to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, MrGentleman Like That podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code MrGentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all, download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Like That podcast, and enjoy the show. You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 6. True! Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Promoted Podcast, and your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. And on this episode, I have my special guest. I got 1/4 of the Promoted Podcast, and he is the host of the Bridge Podcast. I got my bro, Long Live the Chief, Malimal, on the show. And we are discussing about Michael Jackson's Thriller 40-year anniversary. So we're going to talk about every song for Thriller and just talk about the iconic album. Because the album made an impact in both our lives. So we're going to discuss it here. So y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
Hi, this is Amanda from Dating Will Be the Death of Me, and you are listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at the time, I will be giving y'all the MrGentleman Facts quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, things may not always go as planned, but no matter what, always have faith in yourself. And what I mean by that is, no matter what going on in your life, always have faith in yourself. Things may be hard now, but always have faith in yourself because things will always get better. And that is today, MrGentleman Facts, quote of the day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman of MrGentleman Like That podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Like That podcast. where we bring many guests telling about their stories about their brand they got going on. Also about me telling y'all my personal stories about things that are going on in my life. Also, we have many spin-off shows on MrGentleman the podcast called The Old School Show with myself and the star writing Rod, where we talk anything old school, which happen every 4th or 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. on the MrGentleman the podcast network. And another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many artists about their music journey. And also we have a roundtable music discussion about anything music, and which should come on every first Sunday at 12 a.m. on MrGentleman the podcast network. And yeah, you already know, if y'all need a podcast to listen to, check out MrGentleman the podcast. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Good Pod, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Good Pod, Podchaser, and Apple Podcasts. You know, the more y'all rate, the more love the show get. Y'all can also check it out on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube now. Ken, aka MrGentleman TV. And also support the website of MrGentleman the podcast, MrGentleman podcast.com. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and have a good day, night, wherever you're listening to this episode. Back to the show.
Yo. This is the fresh one. They call me Malimal, the man. And you're listening to the Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast with my boy, the Gentleman, Ken. Shouldn't be anywhere else right now.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I got my special guest. Y'all, I got the bro from the Premier Boy podcast. He is a hip hop artist, and he also got a podcast show called The Bridge coming real soon. I got my bro, Lone Little Chief Malimal in the building. Yo, bro, how you doing, bro?
I am doing unbelievable, my guy. How are you, man? It's been too long since we've been on one of these things.
That is a fact, dude. The last time we actually get together, I believe, was on the Michael Jackson episode. You was on my show.
Right.
And that's crazy. And the crazy thing, that's crazy that you was on the last episode of Michael Jackson. But today's episode is about the 40th anniversary of Thriller, which is wild. So I had to even have you back for this episode, man, because, you know, Thriller impacted my life. Thriller definitely impacted your life as well. So first thing I'm going to ask you, do you hear the 40-year anniversary album?
As of yet, no. Honestly, that's mostly because while I am enamored with the fact that this album is so important that we care 40 years later, because we do, and it is, right? This is not facetious. For me, it was always better just to go back and listen to the original, because I did the 25th anniversary one.
Yeah.
Which was I actually owned that, so I feel really proud of myself. Pat on the back. And had the cool remixes with Kanye and will.i.am and a lot of stuff. Maybe I should go and really take a good listen to see if there's any differences. If it's just the same album with Talking, I got that off the 25th anniversary edition. So I'm looking. They got more songs. Ooh, yeah, they got more. You got a full version of Carousel?
Yeah, they got the full version of Carousel. Yeah, so for the
I'm sorry, I'm reading it. Yes. and they got the 25th anniversary remix of Billie Jean with Ye.
Yes.
Hey, the stuff I was just talking about, they got it.
Yeah, basically they added more songs. You know, they broke it down to 3 parts. Of course, part 1 is the original. Part 2 is like all other releases, unreleased songs. Basically, some that was like in between Off the Wall and Thriller that would never release.
Right.
But some of them was put up on that Michael album. Like, you know, that we done made it into that Michael album later.
Right.
But, you know, and then, of course, the last part is the 25 years anniversary, and other version of, like, Billie Jean, of Thriller, and stuff like that.
Like the demo tapes, like
the demos,
the references. And it's a 2-hour-long album.
Yeah, like 35 songs. And I heard all of it yesterday. I was like, yo, okay. It brought back that feeling, when maybe love Thriller to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
And this is a legendary album, man. There's no denying that, man. But what had Thriller impacted your life? Like, what had this album done for you?
Well, that's a crazy question, but it's also a very answerable question. I want to put it like this: there's only a few songs that we all know, right? Happy Birthday. And not even the Stevie Wonder version, the original Milquetoast version. And Thriller.
Yeah.
Right? Most people know that unless you grew up like super prudent religious or something like that.
Yeah.
You know Thriller. One reason you hear it every Halloween because my God, does Party City have a one time a year license for that song for their commercials.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
When you think about when you just think about this time of the year, who has made an album with a song so what's the word? Synonymous with Halloween, right? We got Mariah Carey. She done stole the whole month of December. Basically. But who else has made such a song that 40 years later, you still think of this as a good Halloween listen?
Yep, definitely Michael. And it's funny because you think about Michael got 2 Halloween songs. He got Thriller and he got Somebody Watching Me with Rockwell. Mm-hmm. Michael on that as well. So Michael's all over. So you think about Michael all over Halloween.
Actually, Michael, like if you really listen and watch Michael's stuff, he like all that slightly magical, mildly occulty stuff.
Yeah.
Remember Blood on the Dance Floor?
Oh yeah. Another one.
Ghosts. I've seen the video for those, and he was pulling out all the tricks out the bag.
Yeah.
So.
Shoot, Michael was already creative, son. Too. That was probably why I was scared of Thriller as a kid, because it was so realistic and
no cap for the time.
Yeah, exactly for the time. But this album, though, the album always been amazing. As a kid, my parents had this album as a kid. They had the record as a kid. So I heard this album.
Oh, they had the record? You had
they had the
record?
Yeah, they had the record. Yeah, they had the record, son. So I heard this album all the time. Not only from my parents and stuff like that. So I grew up on Thriller, and even to this day, it sounds even more better today because as you get older, you understand what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah, and even when we were doing our music, we took some parts of his creative and tried to add it to us too. Because Michael inspired us, as artists as well.
100%. I definitely have songs I've written because this is one of the reasons why I fell in love with the 25th anniversary of Thriller. And now I guess I'm going to fall in love with the 40th anniversary because I fell in love with the song Carousel. Fell in love with it so much. I done wrote like it inspired the way I write. It didn't inspire the whole song, which I think is phenomenal. You'll hear it one of these days. As a matter of fact, I might spit it for you off recording, but this is just and that's just the tip of the iceberg. If I really play all my tracks that were definitely influenced by Michael, we'd be here for a while. But
facts.
So many of my favorite artists influenced by Michael, sampling Michael, all them type things. Michael Jackson is unavoidable, but Thriller, the album itself, because we're talking about Thriller, 40 years.
Thriller, 40 years of Thriller, man.
That album is in a pantheon by itself, maybe just only with the Eagles album.
That is a fact. Yes, that is a fact.
That's it, though.
That's a fact. Yeah. And the Eagle album is amazing too. So I definitely agree with you on that, man.
Right.
So what is you? So we asked this question before when you was on the Old School show before. We were talking about the Michael Jackson the Old School show. What is your top 3 Thriller songs? The top
three Thriller songs. Are we counting the special editions, or are we just talking about what you get if you were in 1982 and you wanted to pick up Thriller?
Let's do this. Top 3 from the original, and two from the special edition.
All right. So top 3 from the original Thriller. From the original Thriller. Let's see. It's 9 songs on here, so there can only be so many choices. But this one's been easy for me forever. All right, coming in at the number 3 spot, we have Human Nature. Coming in at the number 2 spot, Billie Jean. And coming in at the number 1 spot, and this is personally my pick for one of the best songs for the best song in his catalog. Personally, my pick. If y'all want to fight about that, you guys can fight about that on Twitter with me at TCM Malimal. I'm here to argue, but I think his number 1 song, his best song ever, came from the Thriller album, and that is "The Lady in My Life." And I know he knew that song was fire because that's how he ended. That's how they ended Thriller with "The Lady in My Life."
Yeah, that is a fact.
Now,
for me,
okay.
For me, PYT 3.
Pretty Young Thing.
Yeah. Number 2. I know before I said tie, but I decided to break the tie now. Number 2, I'm gonna say Human Nature. Human Nature. And number 1, I agree with you, The Lady in My Life. And I'm gonna talk more about The Lady in My Life a little later when we get to it. Because there's one thing about Lady in My Life that I wish it became a single. Like, I wish that song became a single. Like,
bro, this album is 9 tracks long, and he made 7 singles.
7 of them singles, yeah, exactly.
He had to let it go at some point.
I know. Oh man, I know, son. But you're right though. Like Lady in My Life though, I always said it's a sleeper track, yo. It's a sleeper track. The last song of the album on the record, and it's a beautiful song, man. like that's all I'm gonna say what I got to say more about it, but it's a beautiful song, man.
Yo, before we get into our top picks for the extra editions, I need people to understand that I know literally every single song on Thriller, whether it's my favorite or not. I know every single song, man, front to back. The only one I might struggle to sing with you is "The Girl Is Mine." That's because Paul McCartney throws me off. Oh no, he's mine.
Oh man!
But I'm telling you, this album's cultural impact, like this album particularly, is the reason why Michael Jackson is viewed in the esteem that he's viewed in as the king of pop, as the artist he is.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't getting over with Ben.
Yeah, that's true. Ben,
He wasn't getting over with Forever Michael. You know, he wasn't getting over with that. We got to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Off the Wall was the start of the change.
Yeah.
Right? Off the Wall was like, oh, let me listen to this Michael cat for real. But Thriller was the one that solidified him.
Facts.
You feel me?
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Thriller, man, that's a legendary album, man.
Yes. Now, when we talk about the special editions, right? My 2 favorite songs from the special edition, let's see, just to make sure. Okay, definitely, and this is a short list, but definitely, my number 2 spot has to go to Kanye's version of Billie Jean. I always love that shit.
Yeah. Facts, yo, I ain't gonna hold you there.
It was type fire, but it's Kanye West. He don't know how not to make a good track.
Yeah.
he also don't know how not to shut up, but you know.
That's another story. That's another story.
Hey, listen. I wish I could be as free a black man as Kanye West is. Period. But that's not even for this. That's not for this thing.
Yeah.
But that version of Billie Jean was incredible.
It was.
And if I sneak a number 2 spot in there, like, I definitely have to, as a fake number 2 spot. So
yeah.
We'll call Billie Jean my number 2 as a fake number 3 spot. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, do that.
If you ever just listen to the 25th anniversary version and you hear some of these the intakes and the outlets by Quincy Jones and things like that.
Woo! Yeah.
And some of those demo versions are so cool and fire because you could really hear Michael's voice.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's all of that cool stuff. But my number 1 spot, 100%, Carousel. I am in love with this song. And I wish it was on the original thing so I could have loved it for longer.
Yo, here's a fun fact about it. Cause I heard on the original, Carousel wasn't supposed to be on the original, but they didn't want to know what to pick between Carousel or Human Nature.
Ooh, honestly, when you can't go wrong, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I ain't gonna lie, Human Nature was the better fit. And I don't know if that's because I have 40 years to sit with it. Versus maybe the 15 years we had to sit with Carousel.
Yeah.
But honestly, for me, you can't you couldn't go wrong with that choice. Mm-hmm. But for the feel of the album, definitely Human Nature was the better choice. But in my mind, we could have just made it was a very short album. We could have just made this a 10 fucking track album.
I agree. You should have had Carousel at number 10. I agree with that.
There was no skits or anything, just straight music. We could have definitely had 10 tracks.
Yeah.
Like this is probably where and we got to go back to one time. This is probably where Kanye got the inspiration for. Remember when he was making everybody's album 7 songs?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's because it's such a concise piece of work. Mm-hmm. I don't even think it clocks in over an hour. I mean, what he do make up for it is some relatively long songs, like Thriller's 6 minutes long. Wanna Be Something is 6 minutes long.
Yeah.
Lady of My Life is 5 minutes.
Fact.
So he made much longer music. But still, it's still 9 tracks.
Yeah, and mind you, even with 9 tracks, it's only 42 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't even get 45 minutes out of it, but it's the best 42 minutes ever. It's a really good 42 minutes, Mike.
It really is, man. It really is. All right, but I had to pick my 2 for the special edition, maybe 3. I do agree the Billie Jean was for the 25th anniversary. That was like one of my favorite out of the 25th anniversary was the Billie Jean, so I would add that in. Number 2, I would add in Sunset Driver. Ooh. That's a dope track, and I reheard it when I heard it on the 40th anniversary. I heard it like a couple years ago on the secret album, a release album that he had with all these songs, some of these songs on it. And I heard the song, what is this song? This song is so nice, So, and I loved it ever since. And then, of course, I agree with you. Number 1, Carousel. I love when I heard that song, I was like, yo, this is a pretty dope song. Like, I was upset this was not on the album. But I agree with you when they had a choice. And if this was an album over Human Nature, it wouldn't fit the album. It would be a completely different turn of the album. So I kind of get why they made that decision.
Yeah. I don't begrudge him or feel any way towards him because I feel like it was a legit, really good decision. Like he chose a really good choice.
Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna be time to tell fun facts about the album Thriller. Somebody we heard something before, but we're gonna run it back. All right, so Thriller was Michael Jackson's 6th album. It was released. It was released on Epic Records. November 30th, 1982. His first #1 album on the U.S. Billboard and the LP and Taste charts. I don't even think that chart exists no more, but
no, it does not. Go on the way with the Negro charts because we used
yeah, they did have a black chart. Yeah, they did have a black charts. 37 weeks at #1 from February 26, 1983 to April 14th, 1984. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. During this run in the 80s, Thriller sold 32 million copies worldwide by the end of 1983. That's wild.
How many? Say that number again? That sounds like a big number. Say that number again for the people to hear.
It might do. 32 million copies. 32 million copies. And this was only by the end of 1983.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now it's sold 70 million copies worldwide. 70 million.
70 million?
Yes, 70 million.
Damn. And he's still getting streaming. Well, they're still, hopefully. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure the Jacksons sold the rights to make money off of that.
Facts. But it's more. So this won 8 Grammys.
Damn. Only 9 songs and the shit won 8 Grammys. Only a Grammy per song.
That is crazy. 7 top 10 hits off this album.
It's a 9-song out. I can't get past that.
That's fact. I know, right? The Girl's Mine, Billie Jean, Beat It, Wanna Be Starting Something, Human Nature, PYT, and Thriller. Two of those songs went to #1, which were Billie Jean and Beat It. 34 times platinum.
34 plat.
Yes.
That's legitimately 3 diamonds. But continue.
Great, I know. Best album of all time. From Wikipedia, they said that. Best album of all time.
That's crazy.
Also, okay, in 2022, Thriller is #7 on the top 100 Billboard charts. And this been on the charts for 549 days. Or overall since the 80s.
They say that one more time for the people to hear.
The album Thriller, as of today, is #7 on the top 100 charts. It's been on the chart for 549 days.
This album, I think it's Roman Reigns or something. That's crazy.
That is crazy. I think it's definitely one of the longest albums on the charts. I'm not sure it's the longest album, but it definitely is one of the longest albums on the charts.
It's not the longest because the Beatles keep popping back the fuck up.
There you go.
But my word. Without comparing it to the Beatles, can we talk about how long it is for your album is still cool when you're not cool no more? That's 40 years. You can't be cool for it.
That's crazy. That's bizarre, man. That's amazing. Gee Louise, man. And watch it go become #1, and that could be even more crazy when Thriller become #1 again. That would be bizarre.
It did that for a little while when he passed away.
Yeah. It did.
In 2009 for a short period of time.
Yeah, I remember that.
He had 3 albums, all in the top. I think it was Thriller, of course.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Bad and Dangerous. Thriller, Bad and Dangerous.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah,
which are like his top 3 trinity.
Facts. I can hold you, bro. That's crazy though. That's crazy. So now let's dive into the song. Now let's dive into each song now, and we gonna go by the order on the album. So the first song that we're gonna talk about is "Wanna Be Starting Something."
Are we looking at we're looking at the original, right?
The original, yeah. The first 9 originals, yeah. First 9 originals.
All right.
Yes, I'm gonna start with when we start something. Like, how you feel about that song?
I wanna be starting something. Got to be starting something. It's hard to get over. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny? And this is one of those things that Mike does, or his songwriter. Like, well, he writes most of his songs, but get a little catering from people like Quincy Jones and Temperton and Jimmy Jam. But the song combined just that dancing, playful mood with actually trying to say a little something. Too high to get over, too low to get under. That song is that line indicates the struggle to try to get where you're going.
Yeah.
But he's jovial about it. Got to be starting something.
Yeah.
See, Michael Jackson, one of them type of dudes that's so soft spoken, but he could be cussing you out in his soft speak.
Facts. When we thought something, I felt like this was a cool song. You know, good dancing song, good song to get you in a good mood. This was actually a good song to start off the album. Actually,
incredible.
Good song to start off the album. Get you in a good mood, and you just want to get you in a good mood. Just want to be curious about the whole album. So I definitely like this. I definitely like this song. You know, yeah, it was a cool song.
Okay.
Alright, so now it's time to do some fun fact about this song. So I'm gonna go by each one and say a fun fact about each song.
Gotcha.
So this was the 4th single of Thriller. It was released on May 8th, 1983. It peaked at number 5 on the top 100 charts. It was written by Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
On the 25th anniversary, Akon did this version on the 25th anniversary.
Oh, shout out to that too, because that was actually really good.
Yeah. I like the Akon version. I really like the Akon version. That sounded really dope, yo.
It was really good. It was really good.
It was.
Shout out to Akon. If you ever hear this, it was no shade earlier. We do like your version.
Yeah.
But the Billie Jean was just the bee's knees for me.
Yeah. No, Akon didn't think of it with this version. I like Akon version. Shout out to Akon. Multiple artists sampled the song, including Rihanna. Please don't stop the music. But she later got sued off the song.
Oh yeah. Wait, please don't stop the music.
Yeah.
Mama say, mama, kusa.
Yeah. Later, her and Michael got sued for the song.
That's crazy.
Yeah, by I hope I could pronounce the name right. Mansu Di Bongo. He had a song called So Masruska in the 1972. For the line, for the line you just said, for the same Yeah. So Michael admitted that he borrowed the line. And they settled it later. But Moscow lost the case to Rihanna when Universal updated it, and Rihanna added him to the credit, so he lost the case behind that.
Oh, because he came back after he sued Michael already, and then came back and tried to. Oh, he was being greedy.
Rihanna. Yeah, but he lost the case though. Because Universal updated it to their database. They added his name into the credits, so now he can't get it no more because he now get credit for the song now. So yeah, so that's that. Let's see. Originally, the song was really for LaToya Jackson about her troubled relationship with her sister-in-law. I did not know that. That was a fact that I did not know about.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because when I'm looking at the lyrics, I'm really, really reading the lyrics. Because, when he's singing it, you kind of get mesmerized in what you're hearing, the whole sound. Yeah. Plus, he's like, get over. You get caught with the way he does his thing. Now, when you really dial it back and you listen to the lyrics, too high to get over, too low to get under, you're stuck in the middle, and the pain is thunder.
Thunder, yeah. Yeah, because after I found out that, it made sense. and stuff like that. They said even though the song was a single, it did not have a music video.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is fine because he definitely blew the bank with Thriller.
Whew, yeah, Thriller, Billie Jean, and Beat It. Those three bills alone was a lot of money.
You gotta make choices. Gotta make some choices.
Facts. All right, next song we got is.
Wait, before you go.
Yeah, my bad. What up?
I want to realize, like, when we're talking about this song, like, he's mad at an instigator, but he actually says this instigator's name, which he would also go on to write a whole song about. Whose name?
Wait.
Whose name? Don't look at the lyrics. Whose name?
Hey! Oh my God! I feel like I hate the. I feel like I know how, but when I don't know the answer, I'm gonna be like, I'm upset. I'm gonna be upset.
You're gonna be tight.
I am gonna be tight. I ain't gonna be tight. What the name?
Look, watch this. I got you. So after he's finished saying, "You're a vegetable. You're a vegetable."
Yeah.
Still they hate you. You're a vegetable. Billie Jean is always talking when nobody else is talking. Telling lies and rubbing shoulders with a cold town mouth and motor.
Oh wow. Wow, that's crazy.
Whoever Billie Jean is, you got on Michael Jackson's bad side.
Facts, yo.
It's kind of hard to do.
Facts. We will get to Billie Jean soon. So that's a great thing. But next song we got is Baby Be Mine. Baby Be Mine. That's the second song off Thriller.
My favorite. Oh man, my brain thought about Girl Be Mine. The girl is mine.
Is that like that?
And it still had that bouncy, slappy bass. I love the bass on Baby Be Mine. It sounds like, you know. I'm sorry to keep going.
No, you good, bro. You good.
But you know it sounds like it would fit so well in a Sonic game. Like
oh my God.
Sonic game.
Yo, you just blew my. I was just thinking the same thing. That's crazy, yo.
Like incredibly, because I used to play not used to, because I still play video games.
Yeah.
But when I had my Xbox, I had put the Thriller album on, and you know you could play the songs while you're playing the game, and I would play some of my games, and Michael Jackson would be playing. I'm like, and I played Sonic one day. I'm like, why this still hit? Why this still works?
Nah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it makes sense because he did was a part of Sonic 3, but
right.
That's another conversation. But I like the Baby Be Mine. I think I gotta hold you. Baby Be Mine is one of the songs that I do hear the least. Not because I don't want to hear it, but when I listen to the album, it don't come up as much,
Right.
It don't come up as much, Maybe because it's not a single. Maybe that's why. But this is one of those songs that I do like, but I just don't hear too much, And it's a tough song though. And as I got older, I hear it a lot more now. As I got older, And I'm like, yo, this song is a really good song. I'm mad I didn't hear the song as much, like I haven't heard everything else. Even though later in my life was a single, I used to hear that song a lot too, though. So this is one of those songs that did not. I feel like it was one of those sleeper songs that did not get much attention. Maybe because it wasn't a single, but it was still a cool song.
I think that's definitely the case. Literally, just because out of 7 singles, this happened to be one that wasn't.
Yeah.
So, out of 9 songs, this was one of 2 songs that wasn't a single. So definitely gonna hear it less because it's not getting radio play. But that does not this is like one of the little reasons that you want to buy the album instead of just listening to the single. Exactly. You'll miss this little gem of a song, and it's such a good little love song. Like if you really like somebody, you pull out some of the lyrics. Let me. Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says to this woman. And we don't have love songs like this no more because everybody concerned with who's bringing what to the table. So, but if we weren't concerned with that, we'd still be making love songs like this. My son said, "I don't need no dreams when I'm by your side. Every moment takes me to paradise. Darling, let me hold you, warm you in my arms, and melt your fears away." That, first of all, the poetic skill in that line needs to be talked about. That's a bar, Mike. That is a bar.
That is, yo.
My son said, "Let me hold you, warm you in my arms, and melt your fears away." That was good.
That was good. That was a line right there. Gotta hold you.
Mm-hmm.
Baby,
Like, people not talking like this no more.
At all.
My boy Brent Fayez, the closest thing he gets to a love song is reminding you that you're his little porn star. Boom, boom.
Sadly, since this wasn't a single, I don't want to not have much fun fact about the song. But one thing I could say that Rob Templeton wrote the song.
Rod Templeton.
Rob Templeton. Yeah.
One of these days, you got to have an old school show where we talk about producers.
Oh yeah,
we got to go crazy because Rob Templeton, Jimmy Jam, Dr. Freeze,
Give it a huff, like G. Louise, a lot of
Quincy, like there's a lot of people that need a lot of love.
I agree.
That won't get it, or haven't been getting it. Just Blaze, not for the Michael Jackson stuff, but just in general. Like I don't hear enough people talking about Just Blaze.
I agree. You know what? We're gonna say that, and we're gonna do that episode. So I'll bring it back for the old school shows. We're gonna do that episode, so bro.
Let me know. Just let me know and give me a couple hours just in case myself.
I got you. You already know I got you, bro. All right, next we got "The Girl Is Mine" with Paul McCartney.
This is probably like if I was doing ups and downs like my boy Simon Miller. This point in the album would be the first down, probably the only down. First of all, like the titling of the songs is just too close for them to be one song after another.
Yeah, I get you.
Like I don't like little stuff like that. But as an aside, this good song, this very good song is probably the weakest song on the entire album.
You know, I got a fun fact about that too. But "The Girl's Mine," I'm not gonna hold you. When I first heard it as a kid, I did not like this song. This was probably the only song off this album that I skipped. As I got older, the song grew on me even more. I ended up liking it, but it is one of the weakest songs off this album. I do agree with that. It's not a bad song.
Right.
It's one of those songs that did not fit the album. If you really think about it, it didn't fit, but it do fit. But it don't really fit to me. They could have added something. They could have added carousel in place of this baby. Like who knows? But
that's not the worst idea. But you gotta have the Paul McCartney feature.
But the thing about that, I said, because since it was Paul McCartney, we gotta have him. So that's the only reason why they probably kept it. Right. It wasn't a bad song, but it wasn't a bad song. I do agree, it is the weakest Thriller song. Alright, so we got some fun fact about this. This was the first single of Thriller, which I did not know this was the first single. I thought this was the last single. I did not know this was the first.
Like we just talked about, you got a legendary Beatle on your song.
Yeah.
You lead with the legend, especially because one thing that we really do have to remember to take into account is that Michael Jackson is black in a white man America.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You need, like, that's a part of the appeal. He needed somebody like Paul McCartney to get him over in audiences where he wouldn't have got over.
I agree, and also don't forget, a year before that, he had another song with Paul McCartney called "Say Say Say."
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and I get what they were going. I get what they were going with this now. Michael wrote in the song. Michael wrote in the song. It went platinum on the 25th year anniversary. Will I Am was the one that did the song. this song got mixed reviews, and they said that this was the weakest song of Thriller. The critics said that.
So they agree with us, basically.
They agree with that. Yeah, they agree with us. They said this was the weakest song of Thriller, and with the song being a single, they never performed the song.
That's crazy.
Yeah, with the song being
that
yeah.
I mean, I guess I get it, but at the same time, come on, it's 40 years.
Yeah,
like they should have been able to perform it once after it became legendary. After the album itself became legendary. This would have been a special performance.
It would have been, but then you got to think about this too. Remember later that Michael brought the Beatle catalog.
Oh yeah.
So I think
the funny.
Oh shoot! Go.
The funny thing about that is that Paul McCartney put him on game.
Yeah, he did.
Like, hey Mike, you want to make some extra money? You got to learn how to buy people's catalogs. See what you do, Mike. You go, you find the people with the best catalog that you think music gonna keep selling forever, and you buy their catalog and you'll get paid. It's like, shoot, whose music get played forever? I mean, you guys are still getting played. It's been like 20 years. My son was like, yeah, don't worry, you'll find somebody. So Mike said, okay.
Oh, shoot.
Ain't like that.
Michael was a smart man.
Yeah. Like, my son Michael listened. He said, go find somebody with a catalog you think gonna get played forever. Like, I think your catalog gonna get played forever, Paul.
Oh shoot! Oh, like dang! When I heard that story, you're like, yo, like, gee Louise, your Mike was a smart man for that, yo. Gee Louise,
incredibly smart. But Paul, I don't understand why Paul was so pissed off. It's not like he owned it. Not like Mike bought it from him.
Yeah.
Like the label owned your crap. Like
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you can't be mad. You can't be mad when he's literally doing the thing you told him to do. It was you specifically who told him what to do. You didn't. You didn't put parameters on it. Don't buy my crap.
Oh shoot, man, Paul McCartney.
Paul, you could have bought your own catalog. You could have bought the Beatles catalog, especially because most of your Beatle boys are dead. The Beatles are gone. Like you would have been the only person with real ownership that would have wanted it. Like
that would have made more sense. That would have made more sense, Paul.
You out here buying other people's catalogs. You couldn't afford your own. Well, Michael went. You helped Michael go 30-time platinum. He can afford it. Good job.
Oh,
2 claps.
Come on, Paul, man. You're a legend, but come on, Paul.
Look, watch this. The doggone record is mine. It's mine. Oh, no, it's mine. It's mine.
Oh, Paul, man. Hey, Paul. Come on, Paul. Oh, man. And the last song off side A of Thriller, you remember with records, it's 2 sides.
Right.
Is Thriller. Let's talk about Thriller. We just spoke about Thriller, but let's talk a little bit more about Thriller.
The Thriller. So there was 4 songs on one side and 5 songs on the other.
Yeah.
And even if you look at the other side, you actually do see that the songs are shorter.
Yeah.
So it's like they were trying to fit inside of that 45 minutes rather than even the hour.
For real.
And here's the thing: before you give us our Thriller facts, I was looking through the older albums, your Forever Michaels, your Bens, all that stuff. Yeah. They all had 10 songs or less.
Yep.
So I think that was just record size.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of you think about it, a lot of records. I realized this as I listen to all these old school records. Like Isley Brothers, Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, stuff like that. All of them had short stuff. Some were either from 7 to 10, like the most.
Right.
From 7 to 10.
Right. Yeah. Meanwhile, Chris Brown want to drop a 40 song album. I'm not listening to your 40 song album. There's no way you're gonna have direction in 40 songs. Make them all a single and I'll hear them each. Next.
All right, but Thriller. What do you think about Thriller, though? I mean, we mentioned Thriller, but
Like, it's so much fun stuff with Thriller. Like, it's such, like, usually songs like Thriller come off a little hokey to me. Where, like, you're intentionally trying to speak to a holiday or one specific big, big random event that might not be realistic, but you're speaking it like you're telling a story.
Yeah.
And most of the time it comes off hokey. It comes off like the type of stuff you're gonna see on Nickelodeon in the middle of the afternoon, like in the top of the afternoon, when the kids are still young. The Nick Jr., that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But Thriller, even with me listening to it now, like, while it still has something that a lot of new artists need to think about too, is like it still has playability, like wide playability. You can put Thriller on anywhere from a preschool to a rave and it'll get danced to.
That's true.
Right. But it just didn't feel forced. It never felt hokey. It never felt like I was trying to do something against my will. You feel me?
Yeah.
It never felt like it was trying to do something against its own will. And people who've heard those types of songs, they know what I'm talking about. Michael Jackson was really good at writing these types of songs, like really good.
Really
and
good.
Thriller was no exception. But what really takes Thriller over the top, because it's not even the best song on the album named after it. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But what really takes Thriller over the top is just all the iconic scenes. Like, people still do I know the dance.
Facts.
I know parts of the zombie. I'm not a dancer. Right? My feet don't work that well. My arms and all that stuff, it don't work that well. Give me a 2-step and we good.
Facts.
But I know the dance to Thriller. I know you can't see me, but I'm doing the head rock and then the clap shit. I know the choreography to Thriller, and that's what really takes Thriller over the top. Like, it was something fun, imitatable, repeatable. We seen Chris Brown do it, and you want to talk about that more later. But we seen him do it just now in the year 2022.
Facts.
And immediately when you see them dance the moves, you knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
That's just power in having the whole package when it comes to just marketing your music and just being good at the music.
That's a fact. And back then, this song was a trendsetter. You think about it. Everybody was doing that. Everybody doing the dance. Even after Michael created the song, everybody wanted to create a song like Thriller. But of course, he could never match it. But everybody wanted to get on that trend like later.
Right.
And this song, I like the song. The song, I enjoy this song. But the video, I think the video for the song would really set the song up more than the actual song. The video, it would really, made the biggest impact. Because you think about it also, if it wasn't for this video, no black artists would not be taken more serious.
That's 100% facts. Because remember, he had to struggle. He was the only person of melanin who was getting their videos played on MTV.
Yeah, started from Billie Jean, then Beat It, and then Thriller.
Right.
Thriller really took it to the next level.
Right, because Michael and what he did with Thriller proved the old adage that black people in America, especially, the rest of the world we could talk about it, but I know in America because I'm here.
Yeah.
Have to do things so much better than white people.
Yeah.
In order to get the same. All Michael Jackson wanted to do was be on MTV.
Yep.
He had to make multiple $1 million videos to get there and have white friends. Yeah. You understand? Meanwhile, people of the same ilk, they're not spending that much money on the videos. They're not going that hard. Because if they were going that hard, we'd be talking about them right now too.
That's true.
They weren't doing it. You'll know whose 80s video was iconic and they spent a lot of money, time, and energy on it. Yeah. And you know who didn't. We can see whose video is mostly just like that kind of weird 70s, 80s look and just them dancing somewhere. Yeah. Like a lot of Luther Vandross's videos. He lucky he could sing because those videos.
Yeah. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of bad Cardi videos. But Michael really stepped it up though. And it took it to a whole nother level, man.
That's a fact.
And now it's time for some Thriller fun facts. With Thriller, with the last single of Thriller, which like I said earlier, I did not know this was the last single. Like I thought mine was the last single.
This came Thriller.
Yeah, Thriller.
Which is crazy because the album is named
Thriller. I know, right?
And it came out. Well, it came. You know probably why? Because it came out so late.
Yeah.
Because the album came out a month after Halloween. He put out and let me make sure I'm not lying. So
he put out the single in January 25th, 1984.
Oh, I guess by that time they had listened to the song enough where it started blowing up.
Yeah. Because the thing about it, was also a fun fact, the label didn't see this as a single. They saw this as like a notable song. They didn't see this as a single at all. Like they didn't have faith for this song.
Which I can understand because once again, is Michael veering from the normal topics of love and philosophy and stuff like that to him literally just talking about being a monster.
Yeah.
It's close to midnight. Something's creeping in the dark.
So the thing was, this song became a single because Thriller started dropping. And so they needed like a next plan. So Michael pushed hard to make this song a single, and yeah, he did. And of course, MTV was the reason why it blew up so big.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like Michael pushing at the right time for the right thing.
Basically, yeah.
And you can't lose like that. Like he got lucky enough. He had the courage to push.
Yeah.
And the timing was so elite. Because had Thriller dropped in '95, it wouldn't be the same. Had he leaned off with Thriller, it also wouldn't have been the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. So it was kind of smart how they did the album. You know, with Girls Mind at first, and then Billie Jean, and then Beat It and stuff like that. So it was smart. It was smart that they left this as the last single.
Right.
Thriller was written by Rob like my guy Rob. Temperton. Horror actor Vincent Price was on the song. You know the guy who did the ending of the song.
Yeah.
He was a horror actor, a legendary horror actor, and they added him on the song.
As they should.
Yeah. The song peaked at number 4 on the top 100 charts.
It peaked at number 4?
Yeah.
I thought I would have sold my soul and my kidney to say it peaked at number 1.
Yeah, I don't think I can hold you, but we did this Michael Jackson episode in June. Sam thought this song was number 1, and I thought it did too. When I did the research, like, whoa, it was not number 1. I was shocked. I was shocked about how many songs that were not number 1 of Thriller, and it was only just Beat It and Billie Jean. I was shocked about that.
Well, you know what adds to that too. Yeah. Like a song like Thriller in this day and age, if it had the same impact, it would have been number 1 for the next year and a half, maybe 2 years. It would have set a record right now.
I agree.
Right?
Yep.
But we're talking about 1982. The competition low-key is much steeper because everybody can't get in. Right? You have, at this point, you have to have money or connection to get into music. Like you have to. There's no SoundCloud. You could sing at the local bar from time to time. Yeah. But that's about all you're going to get until somebody finds you and puts you in a place with money.
That's
right.
Yeah.
So song lifespans were much, much longer. So as good as Thriller is, the new kid on the block was not always knocking out the old kid.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Right now, song lifespans are very short. The new kid on the block knocks off the old kid almost on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
There's few songs that'll defy that, but not too many.
Yeah, that's true.
So back in the day, Thriller, New Kid on the Block, great song. There's still, he's still, the competition that he sits in the airs with, he still had competition with.
Yeah.
The Eagles was still making music.
Not a fact.
So, AC/DC, Journey, all them guys, they're still making music.
Yep.
the hair bands of the 80s. They're doing their thing. So he had a lot of stiff competition, a lot of international competition. He didn't have as much of the black voice because it just wasn't a forum to give black people so much voice when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Which was another thing, because if he had the black voice, he would have been number one with 2 bullets.
That's a fact.
And if I'm lying, I'm dying.
Yep. So this song with Diamond.
The song
with Diamond, yes.
Say it again for the people.
The song with Diamond.
Lord. 10 million copies of a song. He said even if you sold Thriller at $1 per single, he would have made $10 million from this single song, and then still sold an album with this song on it 30 million more times.
Yeah. And the last fact is the original name of the song is called Starlight. The original name was called Starlight, but Rob Temperton did not want to name it that because Thriller had a better name for merchandise, which it did.
Which is very, very true. But that's very true. Like, Starlight is a pretty name, but Thriller is the type of name that'll grip you.
Yes, definitely, yo.
Wait, before you move on to your next point.
Yeah.
I was looking at the track listing for the 40th anniversary, and there is a song on that track listing called Starlight. Yeah,
that's the original Thriller song. That's the original Thriller song. That's the same melody and everything.
Does it have a different beat?
The beat it's more. I guess you can say more tech. Same beat, kind of beat, but it's more tech. And the lyrics are a little different, and not the spooky thing. It's more of a more of a happier thing, I guess you could say.
I might take a second to listen to this and give my review.
Yeah,
you said Sunset Driver was one of your favorite songs off.
Yeah. It was one of my favorite. Yeah.
And right, I might listen to those. I'm gonna listen to those too.
Yeah, you gotta listen to them, man. You gotta listen to them. So now we're on side beat now. We got the last 5 songs off the Thriller. And now we are on Beat It. So how you feel about Beat It?
How do I feel about Beat It? No one's gonna beat it. You know, and I think I might have mentioned this in the last thing we did when we were speaking about Mike.
Yeah.
When it comes to Beat It, this is one of those songs that guitar riff, the doom 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 doom.
Yeah.
Like one thing that the Thriller album did phenomenally is bass lines. Oh my god.
Yes.
Beat It, no exception. It was probably the poppiest song on this album by a long shot. Maybe next to The Girl Is Mine a little bit. But even that song, you could squeeze a little soul out of it. But my son Paul McCartney sounded like he could sing well, but he also sings unseasoned. No, she's mine.
Oh man.
But Beat It, for what it was the perfect mix of Beat It was what the album was. It was like he was living in multiple places at the same time and doing it all well. Right? Like he's both telling the story, giving a message. He's giving you enough energy and attitude that you and me who might have wanted to come to Michael for a little bit more R&B and more soul or whatever, want to be starting something, attracted us to, right?
Yeah.
To like it. But also the people who got attracted by the Paul McCartney fans and the people who like Thriller more than anything would like Beat It, stuff like that. So Beat It and Thriller. Without those two albums, without those two songs, we're not talking about Thriller as an album.
Yeah.
We're not talking about it like we're talking about it. Right?
Yeah.
Without those two songs. So Beat It was super important. The only other issue I have with Beat It is that I think I told you guys about this. That one time I watched this really, really long conspiracy theory video by Lennon Honor. Shout out to Lennon Honor. I don't know what he's doing probably writing the Borg agenda. But and it creeped me out so bad that I wouldn't listen to Beat It until I got to the end of his analysis, and then I couldn't take the song seriously no more, and I still can't. Do you know this man? And I'm going to say this. I don't know what your censorship is like, but I got to say what actually happened. This man, I don't know how long it takes to create the video, but I know from me personally editing little 5-minute videos could take me like 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
This man spent over an hour, maybe close to 2, editing with editing and switches and adding back and slow down, doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
And his warning and his desperate warning against us listening to this song, and his desperate warning all equaled up to Michael Jackson is indoctrinating us into joining sex gangs in order to have circle jerk sessions as initiations.
Oh, wow.
I threw my brain away. I was mad at myself for spending the time to
I'll be mad too, son. I'll be mad too, son.
Absolutely upset with myself. And he said it with a straight face. And one of these days, I'm going to play parts of the video because parts of it is still up on like Daily Motion, but most of it's been scrubbed. That and the Rihanna stuff scrubbed from the internet.
Oh, wow.
But that shit is still up places. My man said, masturbate. It's the most surreal thing I've ever heard in my life. But
I don't know why, but I feel like you told me this a long time, a very long time ago.
I did.
You told me this a long time ago. I kind of remember it now. I remember it now.
I did, because it was literally maybe 10 to 12 years ago when I discovered that.
Yeah, I think he did tell us before, like a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. I was trying to figure that from my memory.
Once you get past all that, though, you can see the greatness that is this song. This is a great song.
I love Beat It. Beat It is a dope song. I remember when I was younger, when they had Mark Simpson doing the Beat It. No. It was Alvin and Chipmunk. Yeah,
Alvin.
Yeah,
definitely the Chipmunks.
Yeah. doing the Beat It skit, and when I saw that, I think that I really liked the song even more. Mm-hmm. When I seen that, and I thought the song was a dope song too. But yeah, this was a dope song. This is a dope song, and I do like Beat It. It's one song that I need to listen to more. I think what turned me off of Beat It though was the 25th anniversary. That would turn me off. Was the 25th anniversary when Fergie did that version. Then that, yeah. When Fergie did that version of Beat It. Yeah,
that one was.
Oh my gosh.
That was bad.
Yeah, I did not like that. I did not like it. I did not like that version at all. Like, gee Louise. Like it to be facts. All right, so Beat It was the third single of Thriller. It was released on February 9th, 1983. It was number 1 for 3 weeks.
Number 1 for 3 weeks?
Yeah, number 1 for 3 weeks, yeah. 8-time platinum.
8 times platinum.
Yeah, 8-time platinum.
Oh, wait. Hold on, because we got to talk about this. So this man not only sold 10 million records of watch this. He sold 10 million copies of track 5 and then sold 8 million copies of track 6.
Yep.
On an album that went to sell 30 million copies with both the tracks on it.
And don't forget worldwide, 70 million worldwide. Gee Louise. That is number 7 on the top 100 chart in 2022. That's amazing, son. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Oh man! So he won Grammys for the song. He won Record of the Year in the Grammys and Best Male Rock Vocal Performance for Beat It. Also, the song was listed 373 greatest song of all times. And as I just mentioned, Fergie was on the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. At least we talk about Fergie about it.
Yeah, let's carry on. Next, we got Billie Jean.
How do you beat Billie Jean?
Gee Louise, man. Oh, man, this song is something. I love this song. I should have put this in my top 3. But it's number 4 for me. But I love Billie Jean, though. You know, it's hard. It was hard. I should have put the tie and put the number 3. I should have put the tie and put the number 3. But Billie Jean is an amazing song, man. It's one song that no matter what I always gotta hit this song every time I hear it, like off the bat. I always have to hit the song. Like Michael did amazing in the song and the video too. I love the video as well. Like
right, no, the video is iconic.
It's very iconic, man. I love Billie Jean. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like, I love everything about the song Billie Jean.
Me too.
I like the video. That video was the thing that jumped him off. Like, if there was no Billie Jean, we might have struggled to see Thriller on MTV, which means we might have struggled to see Michael Jackson and really get his greatness. Because remember, you're 6-7 albums in your solo career. That's his 6th album, right? You're 6 albums in your solo career. If your 6th album doesn't go off crazy, how many more tries do you get?
Exactly.
You feel me? Especially because we're talking about the 70s, early 80s, where you couldn't just get on the computer and do a rough recording and still put it out to the world.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking 70s or 80s where there's a lot of work, a lot of recording, a lot of printing, mastering. Like, this stuff takes days each. So nobody's going to keep spending money on you if you're not really killing it. And Michael Jackson picked a great song. It was easy enough to get into, but the beat, that back at them bass line,
yeah, for real,
back at them freaking bass line. And then once again, just like Thriller, the video took it to the levels that the song wouldn't have taken it to.
Yeah, it made him the first black person to be on MTV. This video
100%. Yeah. But let me bust your head too. Just like Thriller, the dance also.
Jeez.
And the thing is, he like that moonwalk is still taking.
There you go. I was just about to mention that. So you just took the words out of my mouth just now, son. I was just about to mention that about the moonwalk.
People are still doing the moonwalk, trying to innovate the moonwalk, all types of stuff. Just because this man got up one day and walked forward backwards. Crazy.
Motown 25, son. Motown 25. Yep, he did a Motown 25, man. And that show is still legendary to this day, man.
But now that we're here, though, bro,
we
got to talk about this because Billie Jean been bothering this nigga through this whole album. We're on track 6. She got a whole song, and he's still mad at her. Like, No,
I agree with you. That's a fact.
That's a big fact. Right? For 40 days and 40 nights, the law was on her side. But who can stand when she's in the man, her schemes and plans, because we dance on the dance floor and around. Trying to take my strong advice, just remember to always think twice. She told my baby we danced to 3. She looked at me, then showed a photo to my baby, cried. His eyes were like mine. Showed a photo, my baby cried, his eyes were like mine. Okay, my baby is her, right? Oh no, my baby is his real shorty. Because we danced on the floor and around. I think that's his cool way of saying sex. Like,
yeah.
Because like when you really read it, like you take it away from it, we danced on the floor in the round.
Yeah,
like what are we saying? What the fuck is the round? He means the coochie. All right.
Basically. basically. And
but he can't say we dance on the floor, on the cooch.
And it's crazy because they asked him what this song about him, and he was like, "No." He said this is about one of the brothers dealing with a groupie.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't about him, but I'm sure
it was inspired by somebody else. Yeah.
Because once again, remember, these kids been millionaires since they were kids. Yeah, Michael Jackson. I mean, they know what it's like to not be millionaires. Let me not try to get people, but they've been in the industry. That's the better phrasing. They've been in the industry since they were kids, so he sees this stuff. Yeah, and that's why he was the way he was. Like, because one thing, he didn't really have that time to grow up and things like that. So he was focused on trying to get back to what he wanted through the singing. Like, he wanted to get past it so he could go and be on roller coasters and play with pets and shit. Yeah. But these guys, they had enough time to grow and like, get some coochie out here in these streets.
Yeah. But shoot, this song, I love this song, man. I love Billie Jean, man. But I'm crying. Hold on. Like, I'm never saying I'm getting coochie no more. I'm about to say I'm about to dance on the floor and around. I'm saying it all the time. Oh, man, we got to, son. But let's get some fun facts about Billie Jean real quick. Let's get some fun facts about Billie Jean. All right, so Billie Jean was the second single off Thriller. Hold on, fuck it to you. I got a question. Do you think there would be a better first single, or Girls in Mine with a good first single? No cap. Billie Jean, whole package, might have been the better first single. Yeah. But The Girl Is Mine, for the reasons we spoke of earlier, still makes sense. Still makes sense. Yeah. Agree. Still makes sense. Because we can only see that Billie Jean was the better single in hindsight. Yeah, it was. And we're going to talk more about it right now. So this was released on January 2nd, 1983. It was written by Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wrote this. This won Best R&B Song and Best Male Vocal Performance in the Grammys. Good job. Yeah. We already spoke about this earlier. Kanye was on the 25th anniversary. You ain't know. That double tap with the drums. He's so easy. Kanye's so good at doing stuff so quick. And that's not even his best work. Continue. That's a fact. You about to get ready, get hype again. The song with Diamond. Son of a yo. The song with Diamond again. Song with Diamond. I'm going to do it every time we talk about it. So you're telling me track 5 went diamond, track 6 sold 8 million, and then track 7 went diamond. That's 10 million, 8 million, 10 million, and then people still went and bought the album 13 million, 34 million. Don't forget, 70 million worldwide. And number 7. And then 70 million worldwide. And number 7 on the top 100 charts in 2022. And it was number 7 on the top 100 charts this year. Yeah. Right now. It's going to sell 1 million more. Facts. It's just going to get it from the Spotify numbers at this point. Yeah. He already got 2 from me yesterday and today. Oh shoot! And also it entered. I didn't know this was a thing. It entered Billboard Global 200 peak at 137 on January 15th, 2022. First of all, a 40-year-old song made it into the top 15 of all the songs available to be played between now and then. That's wow. So it's 40 years worth of songs. And niggas is still, excuse my French, I don't know if we say niggas on your show. We try not to, but could you believe me? I've said it like 6 times. You might have to put time to it. Don't worry, bro. It happened. Let's continue, man. And people are still listening to this song enough
that it is number 15 on the global charts as of this recording.
But,
we are not even as old as this song, bro.
What, 137? It's on 137.
Oh, sorry, 137.
But still,
it's a global chart.
It's a global chart, yeah. Global chart.
This has, you know who's on this global chart right now? Burna Boy, Skelly Bang.
Oh wow. The current stuff. Wow, that's crazy.
Right. You gotta compete with that, you know. Oh my God. This it's something about being legendary that's freaking special.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. Alright, next song. We got 3 more songs. We have 3 more songs. Alright, next we got Human Nature. Why? That's human nature. How you feel about Human Nature, man?
And how do you do it that way? How do you feel it that way? Human Nature, like, and as you, I don't have bad shit to say, but Human Nature is actually a personal favorite because I'm a hip hopper and people in hip hop as a whole, people in this culture that we have as a whole, they have shown so much love to Human Nature.
For real.
So much love to Human Nature. Human Nature is literally been sampled like so much. You know what I'm saying?
I got enough.
And it was immediate. Like Human Nature came out, what was that, 83, right?
Yeah, 83, yeah.
By 1991, SWV already had it.
That fact.
By 1993, Nas had it.
That's a fact.
You understand?
Chris Brown had it in 2010.
In 2010, right? A year after he died. That was more tributary though. Like, Human Nature has like multiple really good samples that were so good that it also made the songs it sampled legendary in their own right. Like Right There, the Human Nature remix. Nobody listens to the original version of Right There.
Yeah, that's
or Right Here.
That's a fact, yo. And we got to shout out to Teddy Riley and Pharrell for that.
My God. Young Pharrell,
Teddy Riley, who worked with Michael Jackson on Dangerous. Like, like
Mr. New Jack Swing.
Facts, man. My guy. Teddy Riley, my guy. Human Nature, you know, it's definitely one of my favorites, man. I love that song. Like, it's so peaceful, son. That song's so peaceful, man. Like I just love that song, man. I just love that song, man. And it's just a beautiful message, man. Like, you know, I love it, man. You know, I got to shout out to the guys that fellas of Toto. Toto, you know, the guy that made Africa.
Yeah.
Toto.
No, it's Toto.
Oh, Toto, yeah, right. Toto.
Yeah.
Toto.
I know you're talking.
Yeah. Shout out to them, man. Legendary, because they wrote this song. So, and I remember from the 25th anniversary, Christy Joe was talking about it, and then I heard an interview with him. The guy talked about it too. So I didn't even know that at first. I didn't know that until, you know, I heard that interview. Then didn't just start to me when he was on the show. For like, oh wow! So it's like, this is like legendary. You know, they like give me a reason why to maybe really love Human Nature, yo. Beautiful song, man.
Listen, before you get into your fun facts, let me throw this out here.
Oh,
I want to throw a little list of songs that have sampled Human Nature. Right? I'm gonna try to stick to big samples, so where they took multiple elements.
Yeah.
It ain't hard to tell. We already spoke about that. That's Nas.
Yep,
Right Here, Human Nature remix, SWV, Dawn Life by Big Sean in 2020. So Sick actually had the remix with LL Cool J actually had. Right. Blackstreet has a 2003 song named YY. Aaliyah took some lyrics from it in the song Journey from the Past from 97.
Oh shoot.
Jay Dilla did some stuff with it in 2002. Jay, rest in peace to Dilla. Let me get those.
Oh, right.
Tyra B. I don't know if you remember Tyra B.
I do.
Rush.
Oh yeah. I do remember her. Oh,
Just Blaze went back for Inhuman Nature after Dilla did it. Marsha Ambrosia took some lyrics from it in 2011 for her actually underspoke. I think Marsha Ambrosia's Late Nights, Early Mornings, and this is a random aside. I think that album was the 2010s is Where I Wanna Be by Donnell Jones. It was so underrated. Underrated.
Very.
Hold on,
very.
but I got a few more. YNW Melly sampled this song in 2019. He's awaiting trial right now. Burna Boy took the hook for a song. Took the hook for a song called Plenty Song. The Yin Yang Twins. The freaking Yin Yang Twins.
Yo, what?
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
I believe you. No, I believe you.
Right. A reggae song featuring Foxy Brown from 96, I'll Never Kill Again by Wise Intelligent.
Oh, wow.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I find some other real quick, because I'm looking at a list, so I got to keep scrolling.
That's dope.
Let me see. There's a bunch of people. Like, if you look at this list, there's a bunch of people, but most people don't. I'm not gonna say most people. But these people aren't like big enough for them to be like, for me to say their names and you'd be like, oh my god. Like if I said Black Daddy Magic, you're like, right. So it's not to insult them, but y'all know what type of notoriety.
Yeah. I get it.
Let me see. And I want you to understand, I'm looking at a list of 68 different people to sample it, and I haven't even gotten, watch this, I haven't even gotten to the covers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, worry, that's another thing. Covers, yeah, exactly. That's a lie. I ain't gonna hold you to that's a lie. Wow.
Even Miles Davis did a cover.
What? Wow.
Miles freaking Davis. Yes, sir.
I mean, I knew people did sample for the song. I didn't know it that much. I knew about the Nas. I knew about Big Sean. I knew about FWB, Chris Brown, and stuff like that. But I did not know about everybody else. That's crazy.
Right.
That's wild. And I don't even hold you. So that's wild, yo. So let's do something.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. Here's some fun facts. We even said about the Totos wrote the song July 3rd, 1983. This was the 5th single of Thriller. This peaked at number 7 on the top 100 charts. This went platinum.
Just platinum?
Just platinum, yeah. This is just
okay,
platinum.
So he's taking a break of selling 28 million copies of the singles, 3 singles.
Yeah, and they said,
and then sold a little light million singles more, little pocket change. This is incredible.
Fact. And they said that this song did really well. They said. When critics said this song did really well. This song should have went higher. In my opinion, this song should have went higher. This should have been the number 1 hit, son. It should have been.
But remember at the time, like, Human Nature has a decidedly R&B soul feel.
Yeah. It's R&B.
Remember at the time he was the person ushering that sound into the mainstream.
Yeah. R&B wasn't as big at the time. Until Bobby Brown came in. Really, think about it. Bobby Brown came in. R&B really was picked up. And by the time Michael had Bad, he wasn't really R&B no more. He was more pop now.
Well, the thing is, the Thriller album in general was a funk pop mix.
Yeah,
but the elements he used just because of who he is musically, he was able to put a lot of that into it. Yeah, that's why we like it, but also Brad up from West Virginia also likes it. You understand what I'm saying when I say that?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you get it, I get it. We like it, and other people from the area like it for the same reason we like it.
Right. He was able to do what people want to do. And that's make something so undeniable. And human nature is undeniable, because if you look at the range also of the people who have taken it, sampled it, what's the other thing we said, covered it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just run-of-the-mill black groups. No offense to black groups, because y'all know I love all y'all. But it's not just a girl group singing it. It's not just a boy group singing it, or a good R&B or Jacquees. Oh my God, Jacquees, stay away from this one.
Oh please.
You got legendary jazz musicians.
Yep.
Miles Davis did a cover of this song.
Yes.
Boyz II Men and City High's Claudette Ortiz did a cover of this song.
Oh wow.
Taurus Riley, Junior Reed, like a lot of reggae people, a lot of blues people, pop people, electronic people. Yeah. They all taken a bite of this song and swung at it. Yeah. Rock people, like all of it. Brass bands. You got to understand how good this song, how much goodwill this song did for black sounds permeating the zeitgeist.
It did, man. This was a beautiful song, man. I ain't gonna hold this. Was a beautiful song. All right, next song we got PYT, Pretty Young Thing. Where do you go from there? Oh, what they make you feel?
Once again, what we talking about? First thing I'm going to talk about, bro. Yeah. Bass line.
Yeah, the bass line. G. Louise, man.
And just as an aside, I want to give them a major shout out, or if I was Simon Miller, I'd give them an up. But I want to give them a major. You know what? We're giving them an up. I got the finger of power right now for the placement of this song. I want you to look at the album, right? You got Human Nature, then you come right back up with this after, just the way that they're doing it.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that this side is more of the R&B side, except for Beat It. But
right.
Notice with Billie Jean, and they got Human Nature, they got PYT, and they got The Lady in My Life. Strictly, all those R&B songs. Strictly R&B songs, Right. All those last 4 songs are R&B songs.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Even though it can float over, it's definitely like we knew what time it was.
Exactly. Yeah, we definitely did. And PYT, man, I love PYT, man. I love the bass line. I love the lyrics. Mike was so smooth in this song, man. He was so smooth in this song, and I love it. And I love the fact that he added Janet and LaToya in the background vocals, Like,
oh, they the ones saying la la la.
Yeah. They la la la. Yep. No. Oh, I just love this song. This song always put me in a good mood. This song always put me in a good mood, son. This song always put me in a good mood.
It's really good. It's just a really fun song. Like,
yeah.
And like you honestly could have put this in a few different spots on this album, and it still would have fit.
Yeah.
It still would have fit very well.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God, bass lines. Like, I think oh my God. I'm about to go breeze this album, no cap.
It's one thing though. I heard the demo for this version. It sounds completely different, but I do love the demo for this too. It sounds completely different. Like Mike is so soulful, and like it's not as bassy as this one, but the demo version sounds nice too though. But it kind of sounds the same way as the 25th anniversary version though. But where I am on it, like I like it. This song, I really love this song. I just wish. Just for the single, I just wish the song got more notoriety, though. I feel like more people should know more about the song. I love the song.
Well, it's true, but this is another one of those songs similar to the vein of Human Nature, where like maybe it didn't get as much shine as it could have at the time.
Yeah, because it's an R&B track. Yeah,
but it definitely permeated our culture. Definitely permeated culture enough where like people actively sampling it, bringing it into the modern day. The biggest example of that is purely is "Good Life" by Kanye West.
Kanye West, yep.
One of Kanye's biggest songs was a PYT sample.
It was,
but also more recently, Wale's trying to revitalize his career. He ran that one.
He did. I forgot about that. He really did. He did a sample of that song with the same title, PYT. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Apparently, even Tupac got a little sample of it.
Oh wow! Now that
Player Young Thugs.
I did not know. But let me do some of these fun facts about PYT.
Gotcha.
Alright, so PYT is the sixth single of Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
It was released on September 19th, 1983.
Hey, shout out to PYT. It's a Virgo like me.
Fact. It was written by the legendary James Ingram. Rest in peace, James Ingram.
Shout out to James Ingram.
It peaked at number 10 on the top 100 charts. Should have been a little higher. But yeah.
It still broke top 10.
Do broke top 10, yeah. Janet, like I mentioned earlier, Janet and LaToya Jackson on the background vocals. It was sampled by Monica, All Eyes on Me, Kanye West, featured T-Pain, Good Life, and also Method Bleak, featured Donna Jones, I Wanna Love You. They also sampled this as well. Where I Am, of course, was on the 25th anniversary. PYT never was performed or had a video, even though it was a single.
It never was performed.
Never performed or had a music video.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just imagine that having a video. I mean, we get it because a lot of songs have videos anyway, but just imagine that having a video, or imagine I always wondering about the Human Nature had a video, or they had like a little commercial type video type of thing.
I don't think Human Nature had a real video.
It was a real one. It was a real one. It was like a little commercial type of video. I think it was. I don't think it was a real video though.
Like I always, what's funny? I think I have. I can't remember what they call it when you have like a false memory. You've heard of that phenomenon where people have the same false memory? Mandela's effect. Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a part of me that has a Mandela effect.
Me too.
Memory for a video for it, but it's so but I'm so unsure of that.
Yeah, same here. I think for Human Nature, I agree with you on that. I feel like it was something. I don't think it was an actual music video, but it was something though. I think it was like one of those cartoon type of video. If I'm not mistaken, I gotta find that. But
okay, I just Googled it because we have supercomputers now.
All right,
and
all right.
If I'm seeing the video, then I'm actually looking at. All right,
it's a cartoon. Okay, so it's a cartoon. Okay.
It's like a cartoon. Yeah, it's like one of them old '80s type ones too. Like
okay, there you go.
I don't know if you remember that show that we all have a vague remembrance of, and I can't even tell you. But it's like that.
I think I get it. But yeah, I always felt like that video for Human Nature. I always felt like that was like a passive commercial type of thing, but wasn't actually a video though. I could be wrong. Maybe it was a video. I don't know. Could be wrong. But
it is, unless what I'm looking at is somebody's it looked too well produced to be somebody's fake video, but at the same time,
you just never know.
People be doing it. They posted in 2013.
Yeah.
So, so it's like, nobody's gonna fight against it being posted because it's such a great song.
It is. It's an amazing song. And also, PYT, that had a video too, man. Because I love PYT as well, man.
Right.
And so now we're going to be close to the end of the album, and we got the very last song, "The Lady in My Life."
Saved the pure best.
It's for the last. Oh my God, "The Lady in My Life," man. Woo!
Let me tell you people why I think this song is the best song he's written. Right. Like why this is my personal favorite Michael Jackson song, and if I had to pick a best Michael Jackson song, I always go to Lady in My Life. He did it perfect. And you know how hard it is to be perfect, Ken. I'm a perfectionist, and that's why I don't put enough music out, because I can't get to this perfect. He did the song. And we're going away from the bass line. And we're playing with the keys. We're playing with strings almost. Like, there'll be no darkness tonight. Lady, our love will shine, lighting the night. Just put your trust in my heart and meet me in paradise. Now is the time, girl. You're every wonder in this world to me, a treasure that time won't steal away. So listen to my heart, lay your body close to mine. Let me fill you with my dreams. I can make you feel all right. And baby, through the years, I'm going to love you more each day. So I promise you tonight that you'll always be the lady of my life. Now, if you really pull back, I want us to step back a second and look at the lyrics. He is comforting somebody into having their first time with him.
Facts. He really is.
Right? But ladies, please jump in the comment sections of wherever you find this video, or wherever you find this podcast, or you can, or you know, we can fight about this on Twitter at They Call Me Malimal. Also at you know, we gonna do the tags later. At Premier Boyz Podcast, we got a lot of tags. Like, we could definitely talk. But how much better would your first time have been if the person let you know there'll be no darkness tonight? Our love will shine light in the night. Put your trust in my heart. Meet me in paradise. If he was lying or not, that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about in that moment. Would you have felt so special to somebody speaking to you that way? They're talking to you like they're trying to find a lost treasure from like the 1800s, and they got to speak poetically to get it. This man is putting his heart on the line, hyper vulnerability, and all he wants to do is hold you, protect you, and make this a night you won't forget. He needs your sweet caress. He wants you to reach out to a fantasy as two hearts beat in ecstasy. Come to me. My God, this is the type of stuff that makes me want to make music, bro. This stuff right here, because it's so easy, and we know it's so easy because people make the songs all the time to just be like, yo, I'm trying to smash right now, trying to hit it from the back right now. Like, wow, easy stuff, right? And I'm not hating on none of that stuff, because there's a place for everything. But using your words in this way is magical. Fellas, if you're listening on this call, I promise you, if you're dealing with a girl with a sense of self or a sense of mind, I promise you this: you speak to her in these ways in the right moments. All I'm saying is you better wrap up, or you're gonna be taking care of somebody.
And I gotta hold you. This song with just G. Louise made the song, man. Such a beautiful song. I definitely one of the best songs off Thriller. One of the most sleeper songs off Thriller.
Best songs off Thriller. This is one of the best songs generally.
Perfect love song, man. Perfect love song. Should have been a single. Should have got more notoriety, for real. Like, so it's a beautiful song, man. Like, when I hear this song, I think about also Off the Wall, She Out of My Life. You know, on that song, Mike was thinking about heartbreak on She Out of My Life, you know, and that was so deep, so you know, so deep. This is the opposite. This is him telling how he felt about this person, what he would do to her, how he would treat her, saying that he's the leader of it in his life. You know, I just love the song. So it's a beautiful song, man. Definitely one of the best. So definitely one of the best songs, man. And G. Louise, man. He
encapsulated. He's speaking to this person how they want to be spoken to. Maybe he means it.
Yes.
If somebody speaks to you like this and they mean it, you probably get everything we talking about in relationships. But once again, like we spoke about earlier, everybody too worried about who bringing what to the table.
Yeah.
Dummies.
Yeah. And you know what crazy, son? How long is this song? Yeah, Mali, how long is this song? It's like 5 minutes, right?
Say it one more time.
How long is the song?
5 minutes exactly.
All right, so here's the thing. I found another version online that is 6 minutes and 26 seconds.
I need that link.
Yeah, they have another verse. It have him like really going in at the end. He's like rock you, baby, and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, why this version was not on the album? The extra verse and everything. Why this version was not on the album? This made it so even more beautiful. Like I mean, I don't even like the version we got, but
you know why?
Yeah.
You know why? It probably couldn't fit. Because remember the size. That was a big issue for them.
Right.
Like their CDs didn't hold as much songs or none of that. That was a huge issue.
I agree. But they should have added it on the 40th anniversary. That version, yo. I was like, yo, like people need to hear that extra verse and stuff. This song is a beautiful song, man. Like I love this song, man. That feed Michael Jackson, one of Michael Jackson's best albums, the best song. And stuff like that. Sadly, this is not a single, so I don't got really know much fun facts about the song. But we know my guy Rob Templeton wrote the song, and we know that LL Cool J features Boyz II Men sampled the song with "Hey Lover."
Right. One of my favorite samples. I know LL did it. There's a few people that did a real good sample of "Lady of My Life." Yeah, I don't remember anybody else unless I forgot it. But if you know any, let me know. Let say it right now. If you know any. Bro, I'm finna do one. That's how much I like this song. No, I don't care. Listen, I don't care if I never become super hyper popular. I need to put out this sample of this song. I'll pay whoever needs to be paid. But I need, you know. Yeah, I need to do this. Nah, you definitely should do it, bro. This is a beautiful song. I know you would kill it with this song. I know you would kill it, bro. I look forward to it, yo. Bro, the song is already written. Y'all have no idea how many songs are already written. I just need a label or something. I would have been somebody who would have been good on a label, bro. We're gonna talk after this. But no, that Thriller, that's the down song of Thriller. Amazing album. Yo, bro, before you go, bro, I got a question to ask you. So, as we know Chris Brown was supposed to do a tribute at the American Music Awards, and they pulled them for some reason. So, I want to know, how do you feel about that? They were supposed to do a tribute to Michael Jackson in the American Music Awards, and they pulled them, and I believe Ciara was on that tribute as well. How do you feel about that? I'll tell you that right now, after I give you this short yet amazing list of people who have sampled Lady of My Life. Let's do it. I got this list first. So you already talked about "Hey Lover" by LL Cool J. Yeah. We got 3 6 Mafia with "Porno Movie." Oh, wow. Mac Miller with "Swing Set." Suicide Boys. Camp Lo actually made a Cooley High remix, one of their more fantastic songs. With this song, so I'm curious. Tyga, but we ain't got to talk about that. We got Angie Stone, "Lover's Ghetto." Oh wow! Right, that one. Omarion in 2014. Omarion, wait, which song? Omarion, "Need That Love." It was Omarion and Bow Wow. Pretty sure they were that collaboration album. Right. I'm pretty sure the name of this album was "We're Irrelevant for This by Now. We should be doing other things." But speaking of irrelevant, K. Michelle actually made a song called "Irrelevant." Oh wow. That samples Lady of My Life. Oh wow. So there's a very, very crazy Skilo. Wow, that's crazy. Even him. If you know Skilo, he made He made I wish that I was taller. I wish that I was baller. I wish I was
Oh, got it.
He made that song. So, on his one hit wonder, we would have never heard this because he never made more music.
Oh, wait, that's fact.
But you feel me? The legacy is so crazy.
It is.
And it gets, and I didn't even read you the freaking covers. Oh my God, Maya covered him on the Fallen album.
Oh wow. I remember Neo covered him and Maxwell covered him as well.
Maxwell,
he performed it. Maxwell performed it, I believe, last year. I forgot where, but he performed it last year. I forgot what show it was. I'm trying to remember BT. I think BT was. I think it was BT was. I don't remember. He did, but Maxwell did cover it. Maxwell covered it though.
People know I go crazy for Maxwell. What's funny in the cover range, like similar to Human Nature.
Yeah.
But just more. There's a lot more jazz covers. George Benson did one.
Oh wow.
A lot more jazz covers. And this is just to speak to. Silk did a cover. I'll Be Sure did a cover. So like, and this is just to speak to the how many people this song touched. How many people were touched by this particular song. And so of course some of these people just gonna be doing it because they heard the beat and it was fire. They don't even know, but the people who made the beat, they know what time it is.
Yep.
Now, back to Chris Brown and the AMAs. The AMAs are some hoes for that. That was a whole move. It was a whole move. Yeah. And let me tell you why it was a whole move. It was a whole move. One thing, because it was so close.
Yeah.
Right? But two things for their reasoning. If they said, yo, we can't afford to pay people for the Michael Jackson samples.
Yeah.
And they could have forced Chris Brown to pay for it. I'm sure Chris would have paid for it because he seems like the type that no matter what you think of his music, he seems like the type that cares about what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm sure he would have got his people, they would have worked it out. But their reasoning was, we don't want, and if you got the exact quote and I'm wrong, let me know. But this is what I've heard and what I was reading.
I gotta find it.
Their reasoning was basically they didn't want a woman beater to show respect to a child molester.
Wow.
If Michael Jackson was alive, I would want him to sue. I would want him to sue the AMAs until they had to rename the AMAs the American Michael Jackson Awards.
Yeah.
Because he likes naming stuff after himself.
Yeah.
All his kids have the same name, basically. So I would have sued them until their name is now the American Michael Jackson Awards. You don't even get a trophy from them named whatever they named it. You get a Mikey. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
You get a blanket. That's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for the blanket. Who's going to take home the coveted blanket this year? Right? That's how bad he should sue them. Because first of all, that's complete and total defamation. Not only are we talking about stuff that has come out in both ways, both sides, that came out untrue.
Yeah.
Right? But you're defaming a man who's dead and can't defend himself.
Facts.
And your reasoning is, this kid. Now let's talk about this too. This kid who fought one girl one time.
Yeah.
12 years ago. 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Kid. Right? We're going to stop talking about Chris Brown like he's not only... Chris Brown is my age, bro.
Yeah.
I was 19.
Yeah.
When he did that. I wasn't even 19. I was 18. I turned 19 that same year.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Let it go.
Actually,
nobody's saying he's right. Nobody's even trying to give him a free pass. But he didn't apologize.
Yeah, he did a
His career took a hit, and he regained it because people are derelict a little bit, but besides the point.
Yeah. His
career took the hit already. He hasn't done nothing like that. He apologized. The person who he did it to forgave him that same year.
And mind you, they did a song together even after that.
They did a song together 2 years later. Yeah.
Yeah, after that.
And it was a good song.
Yeah. They did 3 songs together, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They did Cake, Somebody Business, and Don't Stop,
I forgot they did Cake together.
Yeah, and please stop the new song. Some of the music on Chris Brown album with a remix. Song.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
But that's my whole thing. It's like, and this is go to a thing of philosophy. Yeah. How long do we punish people for stuff that if we did it, we wouldn't want to get punished for it that long?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're bringing up stuff that happened with Chris Brown. It was 13 years ago.
I mean, he was young too. He was really young.
He was 18, 19.
Yeah.
It was 13 years ago. Why can't we let this die? Because what? Because we watched him grow up in front of the camera. So we literally got to see every bad thing and good thing that he was doing in front of any camera, because that's the only way he knew how to live. Our lives don't get scrutinized so hard.
That's true, yeah.
You know, maybe we can't money our way out of problems if we get into them, but nobody's looking at us and trying to pinpoint every single problem. Maybe our parents, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, looking at us trying to pinpoint. Now he got millions. Let it go. You're the reason why his career isn't. Hold on, and I want to look right down the barrel at anybody who has this mentality. Oh, Chris Brown is a woman beater and da 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 da. How many women did he beat? He beat one woman.
Yeah. And
that woman forgave him.
Yeah.
And that woman even admitted to aggression.
Yeah.
All right. So it was a fight. Now, did he have to do her that way? No, it was terrible. But one thing, we were never talking about an ongoing pattern of abuse. And two things, we were talking about kids, because they were both kids.
Yeah.
Right? We're doing this whole only women are good people thing, and we can't do that because that is terrible. Right? Let it go. You're the reason he didn't have the career that you thought he was going to have, that wholesome career.
Yeah.
Specifically the reason. Because you wouldn't accept that apology. My son was crawling. He was singing and crawling.
Yeah, he was.
You would not accept that apology. You still don't. And your reasoning is what? He did it. He apologized. He didn't kill the girl. The girl healed. Girl career became bigger than it probably, and that's another thing. Her career actually became bigger than it might have been.
Yeah, really bigger. Yeah,
might have been bigger than it might have been, because she needed to make that change too.
Yeah,
you understand? There's a lot of things that we got to unpack about that. Say what you're saying.
No. She's still a big thing now. She's still a big thing now.
The woman is a self-made billionaire from the poorest parts of a poor and oppressed country, Barbados. Mm-hmm. Barbados got pretty people in it, though.
Shout out to Barbados, yo. Bayesian over here, yo.
Shout out to Barbados. I'm not a Bayesian, but there's some in my satellite.
I'm right here, yo. Look at you.
One of my aunts from my father's side, but that sounds boring. What I'm trying to get across is there's so many people who's doing. No, I'm not going to do that, because people do that all the time as an excuse to be on bullshit.
Yeah.
Just because there's other people doing worse than you don't mean you didn't do bad or you're not doing bad. So let's not make that comparison. You don't want to be the best of the worst. You want to be the best of the best, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Right? But this man actually went out of his way, apologized to the person, atoned publicly and privately for this sin. When are we going to let it go?
Facts.
It's time to let it go, because people can grow and people can change and people can move on. Yeah. Maybe his music doesn't say he grows, changes, and moves on, but his life does.
Yeah.
Every time somebody get around him now for too long, they try to accuse him of something, and he always has the backup and the things that show that he ain't do the crap.
Yeah, that's true.
Let it go, because AMAs, you missed out on an incredible performance. I took the time to watch that, and I can imagine how it would be if they had the camera angles that they really want, the type of camera angles you get on a big show like that.
Facts.
And the type of costumes and videos and this and that they really, really wanted. It would have been incredible. He should have saved it for the BET Awards.
Or Soultram Awards or something.
Nah, he ain't going to the Soul Train.
but I ain't gonna hold you.
Sorry, guys.
I ain't gonna hold you. That messed up what they did, man. And they were stupid for even pulling him for that reason too, and then try to disrespect Michael Jackson at the same time. I wasn't feeling that. I'm glad I didn't watch the AMAs, but that's messed up what they did, man. Hopefully, Chris, like I said, I hope he do it for the BET Awards. I agree with that. Hope he do it, or he do it for some kind of platform like Amazon. You know how to do concerts and stuff? They should do it on Amazon and do it stream on there.
Right. Hopefully, somebody. If you're smart and you're listening to me, like you somebody out there has to, and I mean has to.
Yes.
Pick up this and give him the money to do it right.
I agree. But yo, bro, thank you for coming on the show, bro. Long live the Chief. Coming to the show, man. It was a dope conversation doing it with you, man, and it was fun, man. And you already know, bro. I'm gonna bring it back. We got more things to talk about. I'll have you back on Conversational Music in the future. But bro, thank you for coming to the show, Malimal, man. You already know, man. Thank you again, man.
Oh, you know it, bro. This is one of those shows I'm really always excited to be a part of. Talking about good music with a good friend that's in the good music, making good music, talking about it. I love it. This increases my soul.
Thanks. And you already know, bro. But you already know what time it is. Drop your social media where everybody can reach you, and drop everything that you're doing. This is your time. You already know. This is your time, bro.
Listen. First and foremost, long live the Chief, the man, the Argonaut. That is me, right? So, you want to find out everything I'm doing? Let's jump on this. Let's be on Twitter, TCM Malimal. I'm on TikTok. I'm on anything you can think of, and you type in "They Call Me Malimal," you're going to find me, right? I'm not going to insult your intelligence by teaching you how to spell "they call me," but I will teach you how to spell Malimal. That's Malimal. You feel me? Find me on everything, especially my TikTok. We're building that up lately. All right. Soon we're going to have the team, right? We're going to have them all followed. Soon we're going to have the Bridge podcast dropping very, very soon. I promise you it's coming. All right, still promise. I will not give up on that. We have episodes recorded.
Nice.
So we're gonna do this thing huge. BIG for BIG. The Premier Boyz Podverse is going crazy. The new music is coming soon. If you haven't heard my music already, go listen to September. That's 7 years old. That's 7 years old at this point, and it's still good. It's still really good if you want to hear some good tracks. But when I come out with the new stuff, I need you to be all on it. All on it, all right? So we out here. Ken, the gentleman. Thank you so much for having your brother on today.
You ain't know, bro.
Right? I appreciate you so much. I always appreciate being on your platform.
You ain't know. I appreciate you having you on. And also, check us out on the Premier Boy podcast. We are dropping 2023.
Premier Boys.
We are back. 2023. Look out for it, y'all.
You got to do it. Say it. Say it. Say what I just said, but like you said.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. Yeah, my bad. I forgot you still a little sick, but you did it.
I did. Premier Boys.
There you go.
You ain't know, man. And thank y'all again, and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, like the podcast and the Premier Boy podcast. And this commercial is brought to you by the Premier Boy podcast, where we talk about anything about the culture. Hosted by myself, Ken, aka MrGentleman, Mr. Aaron Sands from King Talk with Aaron Sands, the Star Riding Ride, who is also my co-host of the Old School Show, and long live the Chief Malimal. And we talk many topics, from politics, music, sex, love, relationships, and many more. And also every topic that's going on in the news right now. Many of our topics is very controversial, and the podcast show might not be for everybody because we talk about many explicit content. And yeah. So if y'all decided to check out the show, y'all be warned because y'all might need a drink or two. And yeah, because this podcast is so crazy. I'm shocked it had not got canceled yet. So if y'all looking forward to listen to the premiere of the podcast, check it out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and many more. Each and every Wednesday at 12 a.m. You can check out the premiere of the podcast with myself, Mr. Aaron Sands, Star Riding Rod, and Long Little Chief Malimal. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Have a good day and night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Yeah! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in to the latest episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank you to my special guest, the bro, Long Little Chief Malimal, for coming on the show. And check out his new podcast show, The Bridge Podcast, coming soon. Also, look out for us on the Premiere Podcast. Myself, Aaron, Keto Sands, the Star Riding Rod, and Long Live the Chief Malimal. The Premiere Podcast Season 3, January 4th at 12 a.m. January 4th at 12 a.m. Season 3 of the Premiere Boy Podcast. Also check out King Talk with Aaron Sands every Friday at 12 a.m. Every Fridays at 12 a.m. I am executive producer of that podcast show, so check it out every Friday at 12 a.m. And y'all already know where I'm at every Sundays. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, each and every Sunday at 12 a.m. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star ratings on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Podchasers. The more y'all rate the show, the more people know about MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you want to be a guest on my show, y'all can send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, Ken, YPGENT at gmail.com. Ken, YPGENT at gmail.com. Also, hit me up on social media, Ken _MrGentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. Add me on Good Pods, Ken MrGentleman. Good Podcast to many independent podcasters. You'll see what everybody listens to. We can rate each other's show, and we have the charts. Right now, we're going to do the chart review on Good Pods. And MrGentleman, like the podcast right now, we are number 13 on top 100 shows. And we are number 3 on Society and Culture. Just thank y'all for continuing to check out MrGentleman, like the podcast. And continue to, help us grow and get back to number 1, y'all. And continue to support the show. And thank y'all for every listen, rating, support, and shares, y'all. It really means a lot. And I thank y'all. Check out the website for MrGentleman Like the Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. Y'all can see all the guests from the show, listen to every episode, watch every video, check out every interview that I was a part of. Y'all can buy merch through TeePublic on the website, and many more. There's many ways to support MrGentleman Like the Podcast on the website. So all y'all need to do is check out the website, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. And once again, thank y'all for tuning in to the latest episode of MrGentleman Like the Podcast. Next week, we have a special guest. So find out later in the week to find out who that special guest is. Have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode.
What's up? This is your girl, Beauty Bella, and you are listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.